Hi guys, it's Dan here from Your Guitar Academy, and I'm just going to do a lesson for you today on the new Weeknd song called Call Out My Name. And it is a really cool song, and the good news is it's just 2 chords, okay? So I'm going to be showing you these 2 chords, how I would play them with kind of bar chord shapes, and then I'll show you an easier version with a capo, with a lovely capo, so you can play kind of open chord versions if you struggle with the bar chords. Now, it's just 2 chords and it just loops around the whole track, and it's in a time signature called 6/8. So I'm going to be going through these things with you, but let's start with the chords. It basically sounds like this when I put it together. 1, 4, 5, 6. And you can even add a little. So that's essentially what we're going to get together, and then, as I said, later on I'll just put the capo on and show you how to do it easily with that. So let me come closer to the camera and show you the first chord, which is an A flat minor chord. Okay, and we can play this as a bar chord. So we use our first finger to bar the 4th fret, okay, and then we use our 3rd finger on the 6th fret of the A string, and little finger on the 6th fret of the D string. All together, you get the bar. Now be warned, this is a notoriously tricky bar chord shape. It's very common to kind of be muting the G string. So it could sound something like this. That kind of thing. Don't worry, everyone struggles with this chord when they first start, and to be honest, for many months after sometimes. So honestly, don't worry if it's not quite right. This is a really good song to practice it with. Okay. The other way of playing that bar chord is in the Hendrix-esque style, where you can basically do a mini bar with your first finger. So do the 4th fret on the G, B, and E string. The 3rd and 4th finger stay in exactly the same place as they were with the bar, and your thumb wraps round to grab the low E string. Now again, that's not for everyone. Some people will like that. Maybe people with bigger hands, for example, will enjoy that, but it's not for everyone. So either way, that's your first chord shape. Okay. We then move over to an E flat minor. That's the 2nd chord, which is actually the key of the song. So the kind of tonal center is E flat minor, not A flat minor. So if you're improvising over the top, you know, it's E flat minor scale you want to be using. Now, I'm playing this using a bar chord shape again. So I'm barring my first finger on the 6th fret, starting from the A string this time. I'm just ignoring the E string totally. And I've got my 3rd finger on the 8th fret of the D string, little finger on the 8th fret of the G string, and 2nd finger on the 7th fret of the B string. And all together I get that sound, okay? So, we're going from a B flat minor, sorry, A flat minor, my bad, A flat minor, to an E flat minor. Now, in terms of the actual movement between these 2 chords, you essentially, in the time signature of 6/8, which is how we're going to count it for the lesson today, you do 2 bars on each chord, okay? So the count is like this, okay? Just bear with me on this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Change. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, if you've never counted in 6 before, this is going to be a really perfect lesson for you, because it's going to really help you understand this time signature. It's very common in blues. It's very common in kind of R&B and soul and this kind of sound. And basically, the main focus is that we hit the 1 with the downstroke and we hit the 4 with a snap. okay? It's kind of like emulating the drums. The drums are going to be going boom, ka, and that snap on the snare, we want to replicate on the guitar. So again, I'm just going to be doing all downstrokes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You'll see my hand moving with all downstrokes. On the 1, I'm going to do a nice strum. 1, 2, 3. Air strum for the next 2. And then I'm going to hit the guitar. And I'm going to really try and highlight the high notes. You know, the thinner strings to get more of a snap. Okay? And it's really important that when you do that hit, you also stop the chord instantly. So whereas I've let it ring out here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I've stopped the chord dead, okay? That's why it's really nice to use bar chords for this kind of sound, because you've got total control of all 6 strings. So you can just literally release the pressure of the chord. You don't have to take your hand off the guitar, just stop pushing down, literally, and you're gonna hear that sound stop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you just repeat that on both chords. So let me do that again. Okay, well, both chords, I'll count it round. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then the E flat. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? And if you want to leave it there, that will literally get you through the entire song. You play it, it doesn't change. At any point in the song, chorus, verse, bridge, whatever it is, you're using those 2 chords to go through it with that rhythm. Okay? There are a couple of ways you can spice it up. One being arpeggiating the chords. Okay? So in that 1, 2, 3, before you get to the hit on the 4, you can go 1, 2, 3, hit. Which is a sound that you can almost hear underneath on the piano, kind of synth sound. So it's something that does really fit well with the track. Okay. So let me just play that for you, just to see how it sounds, and then I'll just talk you through it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so let me just bring the guitar a little closer again. So on the A flat, I'm literally picking the E string, A string, and D string, and then hitting the rest of the strings. Don't be too precise. You know, you can hit 3 strings, 4 strings, 5 strings, whatever. Just snap. Make the sound snap. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you do that twice. And then when you go to the E flat, you can basically do the same thing, but now I'm picking the A string, D string, and G string, and then attacking it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? So kind of a combination of just doing the strum and the picking through the chords is going to get you through the song, and it's going to sound fantastic. Now, there's one other thing before I pop the capo on, and that is that you can, as it goes into the chorus, you can punctuate that with the vocal melody. Okay? So it's just that bit that goes, call out my name. Yeah, I'm not singing it very well, but you get the idea. That's the main sound of the song, because that's the title of the song, Call Out My Name. And all we're doing is running through the pentatonic scale, the pentatonic shape 4, in fact. And I'm going from the 6th fret of the A string up to the 9th fret of the A string, and then grabbing the 8th fret of the D string. So we get, before coming back to that B flat, A flat minor chord. Okay, so in time, that is this. So imagine I've just been on the E flat minor chord for 2 bars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. Okay, so it's on the 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, 1. And then we're back to the B flat minor chord. So what I'll do just before popping the capo on is I'll play just a range of those things so you can hear it again with the count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And there we have it. Now then, for the beginners who still want to get this together, but the bar chords are one step too far, let's pop a capo on. So the best place to put it for this one is actually on the 6th fret. So I'm going to pop my capo on the 6th fret. Remember, when you do pop a capo on, try and get it as close to the fret as possible. It really helps make the sound as clear as possible. Okay. Now then, we're now going to talk in terms of open chord shapes. Okay, so even though the chords have not changed, there's still going to be an A flat minor and there's still going to be an E flat minor. It's just that we're doing them as open chord shapes now. So I'm going to refer to them as a D minor chord to an A minor chord. But don't be fooled, they are the same chord shapes. That's the whole point of putting the capo on. It allows you to play chord shapes that you otherwise wouldn't be able to play, and we can just call them, you know, easy chords. D minor to A minor. Okay? So it's the same rhythm, the same timing. Okay? So on the D minor, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to A minor. 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so the timing still applies, the rhythm still applies, it's just that now you're using these two chords. Remember, when you're doing that D minor, the root note is the D string. So we don't really want to hear the E or the A string, okay? So if you are going to do the arpeggios, which you can still do, you can go from the D string, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. When you go to the A minor chord, okay, you can go from the A string. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? And to add the icing on the cake, and I think even as a beginner you can get this together, you can still do that rhythm, that kind of lead part when you go into the chorus, okay? And it's simply the open A string, because now the capo's on the 6th fret, then up to we call it the 3rd fret in relation to the capo, okay? But it's of course the 9th fret actually. And then the 2nd fret on the D string in relation to the capo, okay? So you just simply go, and then back to the D minor. So I'm just going to play through this track with the capo and how it would be more for a beginner, and it will sound something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. There it is. And remember to do the arpeggio. And then 1, 2, 3, bosh. Oh, I missed it at the end there. And there we have it, guys. That's how you play this super cool Call Out My Name song by The Weeknd. It's a great song, great to practice your bar chords, great to add all this new 6/8 style rhythm, which is potentially new for a lot of you. And it's a lot of fun to play along to the track. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll be back soon for more lessons.